I used to think push-ups were basic until I discovered these 5 push-up variations that transformed how I train my chest and my triceps. The best part about it, no gym, no equipment, just your body and a little bit of burning pain. If you're working out at home and not seeing results, this might be the game changer that you've been looking for. So first push-up variation that we're gonna go over is just a standard push-up, but let's fine tune it and make sure that we're really activating the chest, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna be starting on the ground with our chest, midline of our hands, midline of our chest, okay? From here, we're gonna put our heels together and we're gonna squeeze our butt and we're gonna brace our core. While we're in this position, elbows are 45 degrees, and I want you to think that you're kind of going into a little bit of extra rotation with your palms. So with your palms, I want you to think you're opening up jars. So we're opening up little mason jars every time we do a push-up. So we're gonna open a mason jar and then press. We should be getting a ton of activation in our chest, okay? Make sure we're coming up as one. That's why we're bracing our core and squeezing our glutes so we all come up as one. So we're on the ground, and remember, open those mason jars. So we're gonna open up and then press. And we should be getting a ton of activation in our chest. So that's the first variation of our push-up today. So first push-up, just standard push-up, make sure we're opening up jars like no never mind. Second variation is something called an ever so fun tiger push-up. So our tiger push-up is actually focused a little bit more on our triceps, which is the secondary muscle that we utilize when we're doing a pushing movement. So why not blast them like no never mind too, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up like this. Elbows pretty much at 90 degrees here. We're gonna set up just like our standard push-up with our legs, bracing our core, squeezing our butt. And this time, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna straighten our arms. So we're gonna go ahead and boom. So that's 1. 2, cranking it out. We should be keeping those elbows at about 90 degrees, keeping them right in front of us. So we're not letting them flare out like this. So we're keeping them right in front, blasting those triceps like no never mind with those tiger push-ups, okay? So really great cranking out the tiger push-ups. So again, really focuses just on our triceps. So again, secondary muscle that we're utilizing when we do our pushing movement. Next is the ever so fun pike push-up. For this one, we're gonna go ahead and have our face down, bum up. We're gonna go ahead, get into a little bit of a pike, face down, bum up, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do our push up. Boom. Trying to keep the spine nice and neutral as we're doing the movement. We should be feeling a lot on the upper fibers of our chest, so this should be feeling pretty darn good. So it's a great way to blast those upper fibers, okay? So that is the third variation, the ever so fun pike push-up. Next thing again, we're gonna be covering our archer push-up. So unilateral movement, focusing on one chest at a side, but we're also implementing a little bit of horizontal adduction coming in to each of these movements, which is another function of your chest. So we're gonna go ahead, boom, shifting to one side, shifting to the other side. Should feel pretty darn good. Driving mostly with that one arm that you're loading on. This arm extended isn't pushing up as much. So it's essentially just a precursor to those one arm push-ups, right? So that's the ever so fun variation for the archer push-up, and that's the 4th push-up. And the 5th variation, one of my favorite variations for a push-up, is strictly just focusing on the eccentric portion of your push-up and implementing time under tension. So this is a total game changer because with that time under tension, we actually tear more muscle fibers, which is what you do when you lift weights. You tear muscle fibers, and then when you eat, you sleep, those muscle fibers repair and they grow stronger and bigger, okay? So we're gonna focus on that eccentric portion. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna set up, and we're actually gonna do a flip or do a push-up just with our knees on the ground first, okay? So we're gonna push up, knees on the ground, so we can just focus on the eccentric portion. Now we're gonna go ahead and extend those legs out, boom, and then you're gonna do the exact same push-up that you did at the beginning, except you're slowing it down. So we're opening jars, and think that you are doing a slow-mo training montage, bringing that down as slow as you can, and then pressing up, in with the knees on the ground. Boom, just like that. So just focusing on the eccentric portion, blasting the fibers of your chest, just going nice, slow, and controlled while you're doing the movement. The slower you can go, the better it's gonna go, and the more it's gonna burn. So again, pressing up, and then from here, just nice, slow, and controlled. golly gee gumdrops, gee willikers, holy Toledo. So those are my favorite variations when it comes down to cranking out some push-ups for your chest and your triceps. So again, make sure that you're doing everything you need to continue with your fitness journey. You guys are doing absolutely phenomenal. And until next time, I'm Carlo Olande.